Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So it is my birthday week, and it's really weird to say because I never really celebrate like a birthday week. It's just the day of my birthday. I've never been like a really big birthday person. Actually, no, I was a birthday kind of girl when I was younger, but I feel like since I've gotten older, I just stopped caring that much. So this year I am turning 30, so I decided why not have a birthday week. So with all of that being said, I'm going to Barnes & Nobles to buy books. I feel like I haven't book shopped in a very long time, or maybe it hasn't even been that long. It just feels that long to me. My mom and dad-in-law got a gift card for me to Barnes & Nobles, so I'm gonna go buy books, and I'm so excited because that is one of my favorite hobbies. I don't just like reading books, I like buying books. So like this couldn't be a more like perfect day, so I'm bringing you guys along with me. Let's go buy some books. So excited. So my gift card is only for $75, and I'm gonna try to be really smart with what I want to buy. I don't want to go I don't want to go overboard. I just want to get all the books that I really want to buy, but everything is so expensive now that I feel like I'm only going to get like 2 books and it's going to be $75. So I'm going to try to be really specific with what I choose, and hopefully they have everything in stock. I was thinking of getting the next 3 books in the Red Rising series, but there goes my $75. So I don't know if I should browse around first before I commit to those 3, or I don't know. You know what happens to me? I feel like whenever I don't need to be buying books, there's so many books I want to buy, and right now that I actually can buy books, I don't know what to get. I feel so overwhelmed that it's like, you know what, let's just go home. I don't want to get anything. So I was reading about this book in an article. I think it's a new release. It's called Consider Yourself Kissed by Jessica Stanley, and I heard good things about it, so this could be a good contender. It's a literary love story told through 10 years in the life of one woman as she tries to build a longed for family without also losing herself. An entertaining portrayal of the true grown-up meaning of happily ever after. Does that sound good? Does that sound like it's so fitting for my life right now? I might walk away with this right now. So I just found Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this book. It's just that right now I'm having a little bit of trouble with fantasy. I am currently reading, what is it called? Unfated Kingdom? Unfated Love? Unfated, you know which one? Unfated? I can't remember. I will put a picture right here. I am currently reading that book, and it's good, but it's just like every other fantasy where the girl lusts over the guy, and it's so repetitive to everything else that I've read this year. So right now this is calling my name because I'm just a curious cat. I want to know what everybody else is reading and why they're reading it, but then I just feel like all these books that are so popular are just meshing with each other. Like everything's turning out to be the same thing over and over and over again. So I don't know, I feel very iffy about this, but I'm still gonna add it to my cart to see if I'm gonna buy it. Who knows. I also found this one. It's called The Most, and it's about a woman who is married with kids, and the family, the dad and the kids decide to like go on a trip, and she decides to stay back. She goes into a pool and stays inside the pool for like 8 hours, and this book is basically just her in the pool, but it's just like her reflecting over her marriage and just her life in general and how she got to where she is. And it's just like, no, why is this calling my name? Like, I swear I'm in a happy marriage, but I don't know, it just sounds so interesting because it's like, why do I kind of relate a little bit? I'm gonna throw in a shameless plug because why not? If you've not seen my video where I read this book, then you should really check it out. It was the last video that I posted, so if you haven't read this and you want to know if it's good, check out my other video.
앞에서 연습해서 웃을 타이밍 근데 난 자꾸 예측을게 하고 나 지금 이 If you feel it too 난 마주칠 때 If you love me just say 같은 맘이라면 그냥 고개 끄덕여도 돼.
Also, another shameless plug. I read this book and books that were going to be adapted into movies. So if you want to know what this book is about, then go watch that video. It was really good, and I really enjoyed this book. It was very funny, very sarcastic, dry humor. Amazing. I loved it. I've yet to see the movie. I haven't had time, but it was good. It was very good.
조용해져 거짓말처럼 감당 매일 거울 앞에서 연습해서 웃을 타이밍
I came to the kids section to go through the books that I grabbed because I seriously thought that I wasn't going to get that many books, but it turns out that I got a lot of books. So I have to choose which ones I actually am going to take and what I'm going to leave behind. For sure, I think I'm going to do Lightbringer, Iron Gold, and Dark Age. I also went a little crazy in the banned book section. I picked up One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovic. I picked that up. I picked up Speak by Laurie Halsey Anderson. I did Fight Club, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, and The Diary of Anne Frank. I also obviously picked up Stephen King. This is, I believe, his new book. It's called Never Flinch, which I love Stephen King. He's one of my favorite authors, so I had to pick a book by him. I also have The Most by Jessica Anthony. I told you guys about this one. I have Strange House by Uketsu. This is the chilling Japanese mystery sensation. You guys know I love Japanese literature, so this is a very good contender. I also picked up The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick. This is a very good contender as well. Only because it's Rachel Gillick, not because of the genre, but because I really like the author, so maybe. And then the last book is Consider Yourself Kissed by Jessica Stanley. I really do want to pick this one up. It just sounds like right up my alley, so I'm very confused. Do I need to take all of the Pierce Brown books? I love his series, but am I gonna read them right now? But am I gonna read anything right now? That's the question. Okay, you know what? I'll just see you at home and I'll show you which books I end up taking because this is going to take me forever and I need to be fast because they're about to close the store and I don't want to be a liability. Wait, is that what it's called? No, I don't want to be a burden. A burden to the workers. So I'll just let you know. I'll show you what books I get whenever I get home. Okay, so we are back home and after some very intense moments of deliberating, I narrowed it down and here are the books I bought. I don't know how I went in saying, like, I don't know if I'm gonna pick anything. I'm gonna be so picky with the books I choose and I'm gonna take my time, and then I just ended up with like 15 books in my basket. And it's just like, how did that happen? When did that happen? So that it was just stressful, but we were back home. I have my books and let me show you what I got. We all knew that I was gonna pick these books up, and it's no surprise to anyone, I don't think, if you've been watching my videos, but I did pick up the next 3 books in the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, and I'm just beyond excited. I can't wait to read these. I am so ready. Emotionally, maybe not, but I am more than willing to put myself through the heartbreak again just for Pierce Brown. So these, I love, okay? But these next books, when I tell you came down to the wire, I mean it. I just didn't know what to actually buy. So I had some help from Zach, which was not a lot because he was like, just choose, woman. And I was like, I don't know what to choose. I did end up picking up Speak by Laurie Halsey Anderson. And this book, just when I read the back, I fell in love with it. So this book is about a freshman who gets invited to a house party and she calls the cops, she ruins the party, and the next day when she goes back to school, she's like, everybody hates her and she's an outcast. Her friends stop talking to her, but the thing is that nobody knows why she called the cops. So in this book, she's actually gonna tell people why she did, and supposedly it's gonna change everybody's view of her. So it just, the premise sounds so interesting and just so, like, I want to know what happened in the party. Why did she call the cops? So I'm just very, very excited to read this book. It was also on the table of banned books. So it why is this banned? I want to know. The next two books, I don't think you guys are gonna be surprised that I actually picked up, because they just sounded so me, and I did end up picking up The Most by Jessica Anthony. Last but not least, I did end up picking up Consider Yourself Kissed by Jessica Stanley. I saw this book for the first time a couple months ago in a article about books that were going to be coming out this year, and this caught my eye, and then I forgot about it. So today when I saw it at Barnes & Noble, this was the last copy, and I thought it was a sign, okay? It was a sign that I needed to read this book. In this book, we have Coraline, who meets Adam. Adam has a 4-year-old. She falls in love with him. She falls in love with his daughter. It just seems like everything's gonna be good. But 10 years down the road, after they've gone together, she's helped raise his kid, she feels like something's missing, and she feels like she has lost herself a little bit throughout this whole process. It's such an interesting topic, because like I mentioned with the book before, I love being a mom and I love being a wife, and now with turning 30, it's just such a weird feeling, because I don't feel like I'm gonna be 30. I still feel like in my early 20s. So it's just a weird thing to transition from like a 24-year-old to being a wife and being a mom, and like, should I still like certain things, or should I not like certain things anymore because I am a mom, or because I am a wife, or because I am about to turn 30s. I think that is why I was just so gravitated towards these two books, because it is such a interesting feeling to go through, and just like all these emotions that just happen at the same time that you don't even understand yourself. And so it's just, I'm very interested in that right now, and I want to read about this topic from other people, even if it's fiction. I don't know, it sounds interesting. Okay, why am I giving so much explanation? This just sounds so interesting to me. So I did end up picking these two up. You know what's funny? I just realized that I didn't pick up any books that were like popular on TikTok anymore. I've been reading a lot of like TikTok books. There is another video coming out, I think next week, where I read not so popular books that are on TikTok but have like very niche audiences. So watch out for that one. But yeah, I just realized that I just picked out books that I took my time to look for, and I actually did read the synopsis of every single book in the back. That is how I ended up choosing like these two books. And even this one, I knew I was gonna like it, but it wasn't because of word of mouth. It was just because it was the old-fashioned way, just reading what the book was about and liking it. So yes, that was it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, maybe one day you will. Or I don't know, my birthday's in a couple of hours, so if you want to subscribe because it's gonna be my birthday, I'll take it. But yes, please stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.